Today's weather is sponsored by the Eye Care Associates of West Kentucky, the Paducah location, located at 1748 Broadway Street, downtown Paducah. Good morning, I'm meteorologist Bo Dotson. It is December 17th, 2016. It's about 11:30. We have a lot of weather to talk about. Now, I will be updating the weather threads on the Bo Dotson Weather Facebook page every 3 hours or so, 3 to 4 hours. I'll put out a new video every 3 to 4 hours. And I'll also be sending out text messages so you can have links to all that. Sign up for the text messages at bodotsonweather.com or weathertalk.com. Let's take a look at temperatures here at 11:30. We have risen into the 70s. Yes, 70s. You went to bed last night, it was in the 30s. It's now in the 70s. When you wake up Sunday morning, it will be in the teens. A temperature drop of 40 or 50 degrees. Of course, you know there's a cold front in here, and I'll turn on the temperature gradient colors. And when you get back into these pinks, you're looking at 30s, mostly below freezing. You get into these light blues, and darker blues, mostly 30s, mid to upper 30s. Jump over here, 64 in Carbondale, Randolph County, Illinois, it's in the 30s. Incredible temperature gradient. I haven't witnessed something like this in quite some time across our area. I don't remember the last time we had a forecast where temperatures might fall 40 or 50 degrees. So this is unusual. You're basically looking at spring weather this morning, and you're going to have winter weather tonight. Now, we do have a risk for a few severe thunderstorms. CAPE numbers are higher than forecast. That's because temperatures are warmer than forecast. Temperatures go up, dew points go up, so does the risk for severe weather. Storm Prediction Center has outlined portions of our region for severe storms. Now, this light green area, that represents where a few thunderstorms are possible. The dark green is where a few severe thunderstorms are possible. And the yellow zone, that's a slight risk for severe weather, and a slight risk means that a few severe thunderstorms are likely going to occur in this yellow zone, but they're not expecting widespread severe weather. We'll keep an eye on it. It only takes one severe thunderstorm or one tornado to cause problems, so that's all that really matters. Whether it's widespread or not, we do have a risk for at least some severe weather later today with that sharp temperature and dew point contrast and the cold front moving through the area. Now, we also have a winter weather advisory for tonight. Let's take a look at that. Here's your winter weather advisory. Now, that would be areas in this purple color here. Northwest Tennessee, Missouri, Boot Hill, you are not in a winter weather advisory as of 11:30 a.m., but I suspect that the Memphis National Weather Service office will probably issue a winter weather advisory for the rest of our area as well. We'll keep an eye on that. This winter weather advisory is mostly from tonight into tomorrow morning, and that's for a mixture of freezing rain, developing, sleet, and snow. We might even have some thunder sleet tonight. Would not be surprised if Kentucky and Tennessee especially have some lightning and thunder with their frozen precipitation. We'll keep an eye on that. Still some question mark on amounts. Take a look at a few models, and I'll show you what they're forecasting, and then we'll talk about it a little bit more. Let's take a look at the WRF model this morning. Now, this is a high-resolution model. It does fairly well in these types of situations. We'll take a look at the temperatures to begin with. An incredible temperature gradient across Missouri, Illinois, into Kentucky, Tennessee. Here's your cold front. Let's just go ahead and move through this afternoon. I'll stop it here at 3 p.m. Now, temperatures are already falling. 33 degrees in Mount Vernon, 28 Potosi, 35 in Carbondale. We'll keep an eye on that. The models may be off an hour or two. Keep in mind, we're talking about county by county forecast here, but temperatures later this afternoon will already start to fall, and that will lead to our winter storm tonight. We'll just keep moving through here. I'll stop it at 6 p.m., 37 degrees in Paducah, below freezing by 6 o'clock in Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Potosi, Poplar Bluff, right at the freezing mark. Here comes that cold air. New storm system builds in from the southwest. Warm air overrides this. Precipitation develops. Some of it will be frozen. Let's move ahead into the 9 p.m. time frame. 33 in Paducah, 33 in Evansville, 35 in Jonesboro. Look here at Poplar Bluff, 28. Potosi, Missouri, 22 degrees at 9 o'clock tonight. Carbondale down in the 20s. Mount Vernon in the 20s. Any precipitation that falls in here will be frozen, and a flash freeze is possible. What is a flash freeze? That's when temperatures drop so fast that the moisture from earlier in the day does not have time to dry off the pavement, the roadways, and that can turn to ice. Add in there additional precipitation, and you have bigger problems. Remember, last night I forecast freezing rain from Mount Vernon to St. Louis. Roads were untreated. It only takes a little bit of frozen precipitation to cause roads to turn into an ice rink, basically. And that's what happened last night. Northern counties over towards St. Louis, thousands of car accidents reported because the roads were just a sheet of ice. That was just a little bit of freezing rain and drizzle, 0.05, not much. It does not take much. So keep that in mind. Even if we're not talking about big amounts tonight, it doesn't matter. Ice is ice. If it's freezing rain, sleet, freezing drizzle, that's a big problem. It's harder for vehicles to drive on that. Now, roads will be treated in our area for the most part, but also remember, thunderstorms may develop this afternoon. That means whatever treatment is on those roads might be washed away. That's a big concern. It's a big problem. Plan on icy roads later tonight into tomorrow morning. Let's keep moving through here, and let's look at 12 a.m. Sunday morning. Below freezing over our entire area by then. Perhaps, maybe not way over here towards Hopkinsville, Todd County. Takes a little bit longer for the cold air to get there. Otherwise, we're below freezing. Let's go ahead and move into tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Temperatures will have fallen into the teens. 13 at Potosi, 16 Mount Vernon, 17 Carbondale. What a temperature drop. That's just amazing. Let me just rewind that for you. Watch this temperature drop. From a meteorological point of view, that really is amazing. Let's go ahead and look at precipitation. Now, what's going to happen this afternoon as we move into the afternoon hours is showers will develop and eventually some thunderstorms as a little bit more energy pulls in the area. Watch this band right here for some locally heavy rain, maybe some intense thunderstorms. We'll stop here at about 3, 4 o'clock. Look at these thunderstorms developing. Some of these could be intense. Can't rule out severe weather. Isolated tornado risk. Look back here. Freezing rain in pink. Sleet in purple. Blue is snow. Rapidly falling temperatures right behind this cold front. By mid-afternoon, whatever precipitation is falling will turn over to frozen. Keep moving forward. I'll stop at 6 o'clock tonight. Heavy thunderstorms, heavy rain possible. Kentucky, Tennessee, back in northeast Arkansas. Freezing rain, sleet, and snow developing in this area. We'll stop here at 9 o'clock. Additional precipitation breaking out. Sleet, dark purple, heavier sleet. Pockets of freezing rain. Slick and icy roads will likely develop as temperatures fall into the 20s over southern Illinois and southeast Missouri and eventually West Kentucky. I have the freezing line arriving in Paducah somewhere around 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. We'll have to keep an eye on that, on how fast the cold air arrives. We'll stop here at midnight. Locally heavy sleet over parts of Indiana, Kentucky, maybe far southern Illinois and Tennessee and Missouri Boot Hill. These darker colors indicate the potential for some heavier burst, maybe even some thunder sleet, some lightning and thunder with your frozen precipitation, especially over parts of Kentucky and Tennessee. We'll go ahead and move through here. We'll stop at 3 a.m. Precipitation on the way out, according to this model at least. The GEM Canadian model is a little slower in exiting the precip. But either way, plan on icy roads tonight. It's real iffy on amounts. Let's go with a trace to 1/10 of an inch of freezing rain across Illinois and southeast Missouri. Maybe a dusting to an inch of snow, if that. And then a little bit of sleet as well. Extreme Illinois, West Kentucky, Tennessee, Missouri Boot Hill, somewhere right in here. Heavier precipitation totals are certainly possible, just not sure on amounts, especially when we're talking about mixing in all three, freezing rain, sleet, and snow. Obviously, freezing rain does not accumulate too much as far as this situation, maybe 1/10 of an inch, maybe a little bit more in spots. As far as the sleet, you could pick up 1/4 of an inch of sleet, 1/2 inch of sleet. Sleet's those little ice pellets, maybe a dusting to an inch or so of snow. Heavier totals are possible somewhere in a band here over Kentucky, Tennessee, and the Boot Hill, maybe far southern Illinois. I'm just not confident enough about that to throw out totals on it, but keep it in mind that way you're not surprised. There could be heavier precipitation developed tonight than is currently forecast by most, somewhere here in Kentucky, Tennessee, maybe extreme Illinois and the Boot Hill. We'll keep an eye on that. I'll update the video every 3 or 4 hours if severe weather develops. I'll update it more frequently. Find me on Bo Dotson Weather on the Facebook page, and you sign up for the text messages at bodotsonweather.com. Also, Bo Dotson on Twitter. All right, I'll keep an eye on everything. It's going to be a wild weather day ahead of us.